Andrew here, thank you all for tuning in, and today, doing something that's going to be a lot of fun, and that is reliving, arguably, the glory years of the British Touring Car Championship, the Super Tourer era, thanks to VRC and the P3 DM mods available on R Factor 2. Now, recently, the Peugeot and the Renault have just been added to the VRC pack, but earlier in the year, we got a mod pack containing the Vauxhall Vectra that we can see over there, also the Ford Mondeo and the Honda Accord. And I've gone to some painstaking lengths to try and recreate the 1998 grid here. We've got the, as you can see, that is the proper Vectra livery there, the John Cleland livery. There's 3 Peugeots up there, there should be only 2, but I ain't too fussed. Primera's in front of me, that is my favourite car, I absolutely love the look of it. And we're at Donington, reason we're at Donington, simply because the AI seems to work really well around Donington, and I'm having a lot of fun racing them. These cars are absolutely amazing. I'm driving the Renault, I'm driving the gorgeous golden green Nescafe livery that I love very much. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, this is easily my favourite era of the British Touring Cars. I think it's everyone's favourite era, for being honest. Lots of happy memories playing TOCA Touring Car on my PS1 as a kid. My pirated version of TOCA, should add. I've got it on the shelf behind me though, so you know, I've bought it since then, bought a proper version, so sorry Codemasters, but I hope you can forgive me. This game, these cars, probably the reason why I'm so into motorsport and sim racing as it is these days, but I don't want to waffle on too much. These cars need to be driven, and that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's get to the race. So I've decided to start last, because the AI isn't perfect, but we can still have a good race with them. Lights out, Cleland gets a bad start, so does David Leslie. Now we're on the back of what would be Derek Warwick and the Peugeots. There should really be 2 Peugeots, but oh my god, they're slow on the apex. Oh, that's Laurent Aiello. I believe the 1998 champion, no, the 1999 champion, I think. Ricardo Riedel was the 98 champion. Looks like AI, generally speaking, got through okay, apart from Aiello, who was round. Doing 11 laps today. Which seems like a good... I know it seems like a random number, but I've done a few practice races, and that just seems like the right number of laps, really. Alright, we're on the back of this little group of cars here. Mondeo cutting it, and he's got... That Mondeo cut the corner and got very loose there. Let's try and get around Radicic. Love this golden green livery on that Peugeot. It was very slow in real life, unfortunately. That car was very successful in Europe, but in the UK... That was pure BTCC there by Will Hoy. As I get punted... Yeah, that Peugeot in Europe very successful. In the UK, not so much because they had no factory support. Anyway, that is lap 1 down the inside of what I think was Ricardo Riedel. Oh, he's still there. It is Riedel. Championship winning car. I love the look of that S40. It's a car design that's really stood the test of time. But I don't want to admire the design of it too much. I want to get past it. Right. Got a good run there. Okay, now on the back of this Mondeo. Again, another car. Really not very good. It wasn't until late in the 90s when ProDrive took over and threw a lot of money at it. And then most manufacturers left the series anyway, until then it started winning championships. Nigel Mansell famously did a guest appearance here at Donington in 1998 in the pouring rain. Had a very good race, and then unfortunately ended it in the wall. Right, let's clear this Volvo once and for all. Okay, and I see a Renault in front. That would be my teammate, so to speak. Oh, I'm flying on the brakes there. Should add, I'm driving the CSP versions of the VRS cars. I think they just drive better. Force feedback's a bit better as well. Takes advantage of all the features that are with the custom shaders patch these days. AI is not very good out of... Is it old hairpin? Let's try and have Will Hoy here. He was Will Hoy 1994 3 champion, I want to say. I honestly cannot remember. But we're around him. He certainly wasn't winning any championships in that car. Sadly, no longer with us. Let's try and catch up to my teammate in the green and gold Renault. Made by Williams Engineering, this car. Which just highlights how much money was being thrown into the BTCC around this time. Teams were chucking out engines every weekend. Drivers were on 6-figure salaries. Like high 6-figure salaries as well. A lot of money. Very much indicative of the period, I guess. Sort of a time of excess. 90s, Great Britain. Who's that? That's James Plato. That's down the inside. He wouldn't like this. I'm driving... is it William Rustad? Yeah, Rustad's car. He drove a privateer entry for most of the season, and drove the works car, which is what I'm driving now, for around 13, I think. That's Plato dispatched. The AI is fast, but they don't seem to fight back unless you are right alongside them, I'm noticing. Oh god, I've really bounced over the curb there. That's not how you gain time. Should add as well, we're driving on a track skin. Or I've added a skin to the track made by Mr. Stephen J. Bailey. I was racing these last night online in a hosted session that he organised, and it's honestly some of the most fun I've ever had. Wish I recorded or streamed it, but I'm doing this now, and even though these aren't real people, it's still fun to sort of replicate the experience, because for me that's what sim racing's all about. Just replicating an experience. This car is such a brute. I think as well, the best compliment I can give these cars, the VRC cars, they feel exactly how I imagine they should drive. They're a bit hard to tame, and being a front-wheel drive car, they're a real challenge, but they're a great challenge. I love the satisfaction of powering through the gears with my sequential here. Alright, one in the back of Matt Neal's privateer entered Nissan Primera. Not really a fan of the livery, I've got to be honest. I felt like I had to include him because he was probably the only privateer that was really giving the works teams a run for their money. I'm pretty sure he won a race. It might have been Donington actually. I can't remember the year though. I think it was 99. Alright, we're on the back of... This will be Morbidelli. Didn't have a very good time in the BTCC, did Gianni Morbidelli, driving for a championship-winning team. Yeah, it is indeed. And he didn't even get a single win. I don't even think he got a podium. He did not have a good time. All right, now. Ah, there's an Accord. That's Craig Baird. These liveries are all really well made as well. Can't compliment them enough. And now on the back of this Accord. Now the mod is the later Accord that made its debut in 1999. Obviously this is 1998. It would have been the older model Accord. So the model isn't quite right. The livery is. The model isn't quite right. I do prefer the older livery. The older car even. It, like I said, just reminds me of TOCA 2. I'm in the wrong gear there. But it still looks good. Oh, a bit early on the brakes there. Yeah, it's very slow. I can see the training cars in my mirrors. This is so cool, I've got to say. I've been doing this a lot. Just haven't got around to making the video. But it is just so cool. Like I said, growing up playing the TOCA Touring Car games on PS1 and thinking at the time how great like the graphics were and such, to be like 25 years later, to be doing this virtual reality on a full-on sim rig, it's too good. Come a very long way in this hobby of ours. Turn 1, still there. Peter Cox. Running out of laps now, we're on lap 8. I reckon I can get this win. Oh my god, very slow. That old hairpin. Is that old hairpin or Starkey's Bridge? I can't remember. I'm not great with corner names. These cars to drive them. I've had some people that I talk to on Discord, various communities, don't enjoy these cars. They say they understeer. They do understeer, but you gotta remember, they're front wheel drive. You gotta drive them in a very particular way. It's all about trail braking in this car. You've got to really load up the front tires and just be very gentle with the throttle. So another drag race with Peter Cox here. That would be his teammate James Thompson running away with the victory. James Thompson, 2003 British Touring Car Champion. Alright, we're around him. Oh, tyres are going off a bit wide there. It's a shame we can't have a period-specific version of this track, because obviously that bridge was still there in 1998. That's only recently that bridge is gone. Front tyres are really gone now. The front tyres, they last literally like 7 laps and then they're gone. It's a British track, so naturally the front left tyre is just completely dead after a few laps. As they said, they've nailed the audio of these cars. Nothing sounds like a Super Tourer. Nothing. They're the best sounding touring cars you'll ever hear in your life. They've all got 2-litre engines. Different sort of displacements. I know the Ford had a V6. So yeah, they weren't restricted on what type of engine they could use. So much fun just driving these cars. I might actually gain on James Thompson here. Depends how bad his tyres are. He's had a pretty easy time up front, it seems. I think I need to up the AI, because AI in Assetto Corsa is just something that's so hard to get right. I've done races on other tracks on these AI settings, and the AI has stomped me. And here at Donington, I've gone from last to second. Get 2 wheels off the air, off the ground in the air. Lovely. Later on the final lap. Man, it's just so cool to drive cars from your childhood, cars that you love, and cars that are the reason why you love the sport and the hobby. And it's so good to drive them in good quality. There have been touring car mods for Assetto Corsa before, but they're all kind of bad, except for the Volvo and the Nissan, and they all kind of seem to come from dubious sources. But now we've got 5 of these cars from VRC in excellent quality. Yeah, I'm a very happy boy. So many good cars in Assetto Corsa now. So many. I'm glad I can highlight these and have a lot of fun. I'm not getting on Thompson, unfortunately. I cut a lot of that curb there. Surprised I didn't get a penalty. Well, P2, we'll take it. There we are, P2. But yeah, the golden age of the British touring cars. It's never been at this level, and arguably it never will be. I just don't think there's any going back to this. This is just so. These cars are all excellent. Yeah, the mods are simply fantastic. The Ford, the Honda, the Vectra, and the Renault and the Peugeot are pay mods, but they are absolutely worth your money. Highly, highly, highly recommend you go out and buy them. The Nissan and the Volvo, they are free. Unfortunately, they're not quite balanced against the VRC cars. They're a lot faster. I had to add, as the standings appears in front of me, I had to add a 20% restrictor to all 4 cars to bring them to the level of the VRC cars. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. It was just really, a short video of me gushing around some of my favorite cars in sim racing and in real life racing, but I hope you still enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I'll see you all next time.